Your brain is a prediction machine. It doesn't just react. It anticipates, filters, edits, and interprets the world based on what it expects to see. And those expectations come directly from what you repeatedly think. When you say, "I can't," you're not just describing a limitation. You're creating one. You're reinforcing a mental loop that wires your brain to avoid effort, challenge, or discomfort. Over time, these thoughts become automatic, unconscious, and deeply embedded in your identity. Think about how many times you've said, "I can't stay focused. I can't lose weight. I can't wake up early. I can't handle stress. I can't speak confidently." Every time you repeat those words, your brain listens. It starts rewiring itself around those commands. It builds neural pathways that support the belief. That's how a passing doubt becomes a personal truth. Let's get into what's actually happening. When you have a thought like "I can't," your brain responds by releasing signals and chemicals that reinforce that belief. You might feel anxious, distracted, or even tired just thinking about the thing you can't do. That emotional feedback becomes further proof in your mind that it must be true, but it's not. It's just rehearsed. Think of it like walking a path in a forest. The more you walk the same trail, the clearer it becomes. Eventually, it's the only path you see. That's how thought patterns form. And unless you intentionally create new ones, your brain will always choose the familiar, even if it's disempowering. Now flip it. Imagine replacing "I can't" with "I'm learning to." It might feel fake at first. Your brain resists unfamiliar input. But this new phrase doesn't deny the challenge, it reframes it. It tells your mind, this isn't the end. It's the beginning of learning. I'm learning to stay focused. I'm learning to manage stress. I'm learning to speak with confidence. I'm learning to take care of my body. This subtle change starts forming new trails in the brain. They're faint at first, but with repetition they strengthen. Your emotional response changes, the resistance softens. You begin to act differently, even if just a little. And that little shift compounds. One client I worked with had spent 10 years saying, "I can't stay consistent with anything." It was her story, her identity. She'd start things with energy and abandon them within weeks. When we rewrote that line to, "I'm learning to build consistency through small habits," her behavior started to shift. She wasn't perfect, but she stuck with things longer. She started finishing projects. She didn't become someone else, she just started thinking differently. The most powerful belief isn't one that promises certainty. It's one that opens the door to growth. Your brain has a built-in update system. It's called neuroplasticity. Every new thought is a signal to change. And the more you repeat it, the more your brain adapts. The same way you trained yourself to believe "I can't," you can train yourself to believe "I'm capable, I'm learning, I'm adapting." But this only works if you catch the thought in the moment. That's the real skill, awareness. Start writing them down. Every time "I can't" pops into your head, pause. Write it, then flip it. You'll start noticing how often it shows up in your daily self-talk, sometimes in subtle ways. "I don't know how. I'm not good at that. That's just not who I am." All of these are just evolved forms of "I can't." And none of them are facts, they're habits. They're reflections of repetition, not reality. Don't argue with your limits, rewrite them. Not with fake positivity, but with conscious intent. Instead of "I can't focus," try, "I'm learning to focus in small bursts." Instead of "I can't control my emotions," try, "I'm working on responding more than reacting." Instead of "I'm bad with people," try, "I'm practicing how to connect more openly." It's not magic, it's training, and your brain is always training itself on whatever you feed it. The words you speak matter. The thoughts you repeat matter more. They become the blueprint your brain uses to build your identity, your habits, and your future. You've been programming yourself without realizing it. Now you know, now you get to choose. Let "I can't" be the old code, and let today be the update.